A crazy game, so many big plays and stuff, and I know it didn't look good. They looked like they were going to kind of take over and expose their will. But what was the difference? You guys made enough plays to get back into it and give yourself a chance to win at the end. I know it didn't happen, and I know that's disappointing. But what was the difference that you guys were able to find a way to give yourself a chance?
We executed offensively throughout the night. Unfortunately, we turned the ball over twice in the red zone, and when you throw away those opportunities in a game of this magnitude against a team like Nebraska, it's going to be difficult to win. We struggled getting off the field on the defensive side of the ball in the second half, but when you take and we knew that was going to happen maybe a little bit in the second half. I mean, they got a pretty darn good line and pretty potent offense, and it will be potent this year. And so we knew we had to score, and when we lost those opportunities, and that's on me. I called trick play down there. We didn't execute it enough in practice, and we threw a pick on it, and we should have put the kid in the same situation so he could have an opportunity to react in a different way. And so that's on us. That's coaching. We know the turnover margin that I talk about all the time, and our team knows it. It makes a difference in winning and losing football games, particularly games that are close games, and against opponents on the road. You've got to try to get the edge on that. I thought our kids fought the entire game. There's not one happy person in that locker room. There's a whole bunch of pissed off people because they know they could have won the football game, but we didn't make the plays. Nebraska did, and obviously we have great respect for them. And the bottom line is, at the end of the game, they have more points than us. But really proud of the way our kids have worked through training camp, through the off season, preparation going into the season. It's a long season, and I think tonight's start was a good start for us. But we have work to get done. We have things we have to get corrected. We got some guys banged up, I think, and we'll see where we're at when we go out there and practice on Monday. But I'm really pleased and proud of the way our football team came out today and played.
I know so many different plays. I know near the end of the first half you were moving it a little bit, and I know Brett looked like he was limping, and you just took a knee. Was that you just want to get out of there and get into halftime?
I want to get into halftime. Our whole goal in this football game, and we talked about it all the way going into it, we need to be in the football game in the fourth quarter. We didn't need to have a lead at halftime. We need to be in the football game in the fourth quarter because the pressure's not on us. 92,000 out there didn't expect us to win. Pressure's all on them, and we got it where we wanted it, and we didn't take advantage and make the plays to get it done. But that's what we wanted to try to do is go into the fourth quarter an opportunity to win a football game. We had our opportunity to take advantage of it.
I know in the third quarter on that 4th and 5, he sent Stu out there for the 50-yarder, and he certainly has that range. Did you think about maybe going forward too, or did you obviously?
I did think about it, and he's been hitting it, well in practice. And I think at that point in time, it would have made it a 7-point game. I think that's what it was at that point in time. And so I just felt, you're not going to score touchdowns every time. Hindsight was, if I had the fake field goal we ran against them 8 years ago or 10 years ago, scored a touchdown, and I had all the answers. But no, Stu's kicked really well, and we felt that it was going to be at the furthest range for him that we want to try to kick him from, but we thought we'd give it a shot, so we didn't come to the points.
Dave, what do you think your defense as a whole tonight?
I thought at times they played really well. I think they got wore out a little bit. I mean, that's a big offensive line. Those guys are mammoth. I think our line's pretty good size, and those guys, I think it wore on us a little bit. We knew our depth wasn't great up front, that we don't have 8 guys that we can play. I thought our guys up there battled, and at the end we had to make some stops, and they made those stops, and that's encouraging. And we'll learn from this game. I'm certainly not going to evaluate our defense based upon how they played against Nebraska. I don't think that's fair to do. I think that there's a lot of good plays out there by them. Got some takeaways, which was huge, and I think that they're going to be fine.
Talk about that onside kick. Were you concerned that the defense wasn't going to be able to get a stop at that point? Because ultimately they did.
They could burn off 16 seconds at 3 timeouts. So if they didn't get a first down, we're going to get the ball back.
The Brett was deep though. Did you have any?
Brett was deep.
He was. They ended up being pinned back, inside the 10. Did you have any second guesses about that?
Well, no. First of all, there's no. Did you watch the second half? We had problems stopping them. So getting the ball on the onside kick was, I thought, a higher probability at the point in time if they really wanted to run the football than kicking it deep. So.
Coach, what did you think about Sean Wick today? Huge first half. Seemed like he was running tough. We also had some explosive plays. What did you see from him contributing?
I was pleased with our run game. He ran hard. Brandon Miller ran pretty hard. Knocked one guy off of him. Probably knocked his ass out. Went in and scored a touchdown. So, but Sean did a great job. I thought They're not one kid out there that I think played his rear off and gave a great effort, but certainly our running backs rushed the football against what I would consider probably one of the stronger defenses we'll probably face this year. I mean, there's some good people in our league, I realize that, but not a lot of guys in our league that turned down Nebraska to go where they went. So.
Yeah. And, you know, you've been in a lot of crazy games in some different environments. Just what was it kind of like on that last drive? You had a chance to win. The crowd was just nuts on both sides. Just what was that atmosphere like for you and the kids?
I was excited. We prepared for it. They knew that there was going to be an opportunity to be like that. I have a double headset on, so I don't hear anything other than the calls being made. But it was fun. That's what you want to be. You want to be in a situation like that. You want to play on a huge stage. This is a huge stage. You know, it's probably one of the top 10 in the country, and maybe top 5. And I think our kids handled it well. You know, we didn't have a lot of offside. We had some penalties in the first half. It was 6-6 in the first half. Then they had more penalties in the second half. And so I thought our guys settled in some and did a much better job from a discipline standpoint. But you know, that's where they want to get you, backed up in the end zone and 92,000 people going crazy. And we made a few plays, but we didn't make enough to get it done.
Were you taking Brett Smith with the ball with that time left before the game started to win it?
No question. I mean, you know, you saw some things that he did, and you know, our kids just did a great job of throwing and catching today, and our protection was really solid against, I think really good players, and you know, they got an experienced secondary, and we were able to get some guys open. So, proud of the way all those kids played today. I mean, they gave everything they have.